sofrito lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you another mukbang from my palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx. The Bronx is the home of hip hop and salsa. Today I am bringing you along with me on my new vegan journey. It's a vegan weight loss journey. All mukbangers go through this. Psych! No way. I got you some delicious chicken al pastor, chipotle, a nice burrito bowl, because I was not in the mood for a tortilla. I'm not the biggest fan of tortillas. David is watching this and is like, yep, he is not a fan of tortillas. Yeah, vegan journey. And you know, all the mukbangers go through that, or a weight loss journey or vegan journey. I haven't done any of that, so I wanted to psych y'all out. Psych! No, this is a bowl of chicken al pastor. Buen provecho. White rice, pinto beans, corn, tomatoes, some of the green salsa. They had no sour cream, which broke my heart. Chicken al pastor, and a little bit of queso right here. Un poquitito de queso just to try it out. I'm not the biggest queso fan. Psych, psych, psych. Vegan journey. Please. I am far too Boricua to be on some vegan. Give a Boricua vegan giving up me. Imagine giving up roasted pork, giving up chicken. Please, 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 please. I am too Puerto Rican for that. Now, not to say I'm not dissing any of the Puerto Rican vegans that are out there in social media. Do you, boo? Go for it. That is not for me. Give up meat, please. And no weight loss journey for me. I'm not losing weight. I'm fat. Love my fat. Keeping my fat. I'm good. Love it, love it, love it. So look, some chipotle. I'm really loving these weekly Wednesday mukbangs. They're working for me. Look how consistent I've been. Lots of love and props for me. I'm keeping it up. I'm so glad to hear from you guys. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for being with me these Wednesday nights. I got something for you. I got a little bit of a story time. Today's Wednesday, or maybe I should call it humiliation day, because today I have had two situations, and the two situations that were humiliating, and the second one involves chipotle, and it just happened like a few minutes ago, like within the last hour. Humiliating story number one. On my way back from work today, I got out of work a little bit early because I ended up transitioning home to work from home. I was walking. I walk from work to home, home to work. I don't commute. No trains, no buses for me. I'm very lucky. Very rare in New York City, but I make it happen. I am the king of seeing people in the street and thinking they are people that they are not. My fiance David will, I'm washing it all down with some lemon Snapple because they didn't have any of my peach Snapple. And it's not diet, it's a zero sugar. Very lemony, very delicious. Can't have too much though because it could be very acidic. Okay, but I digress. So, walking from work to home, I see this tall, and I'm presuming Dominican, because he looked Dominican. He looked Dominican, you know, that ridiculous stereotype. Ooh, excuse me, just adjusting the camera a little bit. He looked Caribbean, looked Latino, and I swore that I knew him. Big dude, jacked up a little bit, you know, that huscular look, where he's kind of muscular, but he had a big belly. Good looking guy. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, I know him. He's, and I'm not going to mention the name, he's Fulano's dad. I know him. I haven't seen him in a while. And I get along with a lot of the parents. And whenever I see him in the community, I say hi. So I go up to him with the confidence of someone who thinks he knows what he's doing. Go up to him, put my hand out to shake his hand, slap him a little bit on the shoulder, you know, that right hand and left hand. ¿Cómo está, señor? Bueno verte, hace un tiempo. You know, good to see you, sir. How are you? It's been a while. How's your daughter? And I'm looking at him, and not only is he shocked, but like I can tell the wheels are turning, like this dude knows me and I don't know him. And I noticed that, and I'm like, let me be proactive. Hey, it's Mr. Ben from the after school. Your daughter used to be in my after school program over at PS, you know, my school. And he's looking at me and he's like, what school? Oh, PS right there on Grand Concourse. You know, your daughter was in my program for a long time. How are you? How's your wife doing? So I'm going on because I'm confident that I know who this dude is. And I'm thinking to myself, it's probably been a while since he's seen me. Just doesn't remember good old Mr. Ben. He goes, I'm sorry, my daughter never went to PS, blah, blah, blah. My daughters are adults. And he very kindly is like, I think you have me confused with someone else. And I'm there, like the biggest jerk off. And I'm like, I am so sorry. I could have sworn I know who you are. David is probably watching this and laughing because David swears that I always think I know people in the street. And I will admit that a good 50% of the time I'm wrong. This afternoon was one of those 50% times. Big Huscular. He was Dominican because his car had a Dominican flag. He was standing next to his car. Because after I went like, oh my God. After I apologized, I was like, I'm so sorry to bother you. I could have sworn you were someone else. He got into his car and it had a Dominican flag. So he was Dominican. I was right. So I went there with the confidence of someone who totally knew what they were talking about and walked away like the biggest a-hole. I was like, at least he was nice about it. I've had mistaken identity issues with people. Yes, this is a thing that happens. I'm honestly, 50% of the time I'm wrong when I think I recognize people. There have been people who have been deeply disturbed and greatly bothered by my mistaken identity. Humiliation number one of the day. I'm telling you people, sometimes I think it would be a good idea that I didn't go out. Or maybe I should not go, I should go out, I should not go out unescorted. I go to the Chipotle, which is in Riverdale. It's a beautiful night in New York City. The weather tonight is better than it has been all day. A little bit of humidity has lifted. It is a gorgeous night. So I decided, let me go for a walk. And I end up really walking far, walking to Broadway in around 238th Street. I live on 197th and University. So, and this means nothing to many of you. I go to the Chipotle that's on 238th and Broadway. I actually am torn between the Chipotle and the Chili's. What am I saying? The Chipotle and the Wendy's across the street. Why did I say Chili's? So, look, I'm even mistaking the identity of the fast food restaurant. This is a Chili's, isn't it? No, it's a Wendy's, sir. Oh, God. You know. So I'm in there. Let me get to the story already. So I walk in, and there's people there, and everyone's getting their burritos, their bowls, and their food. And once again, there's an individual in front of me that I kind of look at, and I'm like, I think I know who this is. It looks familiar. But I didn't do anything, remembering what happened in the afternoon. So I was like, don't say anything. They probably not who you think they are. So we're all waiting, and there's people behind me, next to me, and all that. And I make eyes with the individual. It's a woman. And, you know, I just give her a casual look and a nod. How are you? And she did the same. And we're all there waiting to get served and all that. And eventually, Eventually, she looks in my direction and kind of starts talking to me. Well, talking in my direction, and hits up with a, "How are you doing tonight? Good looking." And I'm like, obviously she does know me, or maybe she's just shooting her shot. Because, this is snatched. This, don't you wish your boyfriend was hot like me, So I'm like, "Oh, thank you for calling me good looking, and I'm doing very well." And she looks at me and she looks at me and goes, "I'm not talking to you." And I realized that right here is another dude that actually does know her. And he kind of starts laughing. And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking." She was like, "I know." Like that. And cuts her eyes at me and starts talking to like the Adonis behind me. So I felt stupid. Yeah. So today was a day of humiliation for me. I mean, first of all, I am good looking, so me being confused, it makes sense. They both did not necessarily have to laugh at me. And the dude behind me was not even that good looking. I'm like, no. Quasimodo to my left was not that good looking. So, I'm sorry. I don't want to sound judgmental, but he didn't have this. A lot of people don't have this, but "How you doing tonight? Good looking." And I was like, "Oh, thank you for calling me good looking." I am not talking to you. You know what? This was God, universe, fate, whatever, having these humiliating things happen to me today so that I could have a story time for my mukbangers. For my fellow mukbangers and fellow sofrito lovers. That's what I'm gonna attribute it to. That was my destiny, to have that humiliation happen so that I could talk to you. I could have something to talk to you about while I enjoy this bomb ass chicken al pastor burrito bowl. I'm not even missing the sour cream. Usually I love the tanginess and the sourness of sour cream. This is all hitting really well. Also, it's fresh. I tend to order from that Chipotle via, Seamless, Grubhub, whatever. And it gets here when it gets here. This tastes so much better. They made it right in front of me. I hopped the cab to come home so I could film this video and tell you how stupid I am. Seriously, he was not that good looking. Like, her calling him good looking was kind of generous. Mira, cada loco con su tema. Every crazy person has their theme, has their thing. She thinks, Quasimodo looking mofos are good looking. Okay. Then she can't appreciate esto. Tú sabes. So, burrito lovers, como siempre, I'm going to finish this off camera. Great touching base with you guys. I hope to see you again next Wednesday. Go out there, go have some culinary adventures. Make sure that when you talk to people, you know who they are. And verify when you get a random compliment, verify that it's definitely for you. Como siempre, go out there, go have some culinary adventures. Go taste for yourself. Con mucho, mucho amor.